Bueno, la gentecita, ya estamos por aquí una vez más, esta vez para ver el programa especial de la versión 4.3 de Genshin Impact, la reacción. Ay, voy a explicar varias cosas rápido antes de comenzar. Primero que nada, no he estado muy activo porque últimamente entre que terminé mis clases me enfermé, porque de hecho ahorita me estoy recuperando. Si durante el video me pongo algo es porque estoy tomando suero, o sea, todavía para recuperarme. No hubo video de Furina porque no hubo Furina, básicamente. Llegué al tiro 75. Lo expliqué en el video de Argenti que va a salir mañana. Que por cierto, este video, una locura. Ese video, junto al de Kazuha, son quizás los dos que más me han gustado hacer durante todo este tiempo. O sea, no es que los otros no me hayan gustado, ¿verdad? Pero son los que más me han emocionado. Este. ¿Qué más iba a decir? Ah, sí. Llegué a la tirada de 75, perdí el 50-50 con este 2 de Diluc. Llegué al tiro 66, si no me equivoco, cuando me la dieron. Farmé todo lo que pude sin meterle dinero al juego y pues ni modo, no hubo Furina. Mañana habrá video de Argenti, sábado, porque esto se tendría que subir viernes. Y a los gameplays normales volveré dentro de poquito, o sea, dentro de poco. Paciencia, diciembre es un mes muy loco, se está acabando el año, me he estado enfermando mucho, entonces también se me agravó un poquito la condición que yo tengo, pero bueno, eso no es material para videos. ¿Qué espero de, ¿qué espero de esta versión? Navia, directamente es lo único que diré, Navia. Voy a usar el garantizado en Navia, si es que video de Navia se habrá, y pues ya después me quedaré ahorrando para Furina. Pero bueno, ya hablé mucho. Comencemos ahorita. A ver,
Okay,
subtítulos en
everyone.
español abajo.
I assume that you know why we're here,
Lumin,
right?
I've checked the perimeter. The coast is all
Cerberus,
clear.
All right,
Navia.
it's time. Time to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique.
What?
Huh. Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to talk
Yeah.
about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.3 special program. Yay! As you can see, our show is sponsored by Chioria Boutique,
Oh,
one of
Chiori.
the leading fashion houses in Fontaine. But before we go any further, let's take a moment to watch the version
A ver, a ver,
4.3
a ver, a ver,
trailer.
a ver. Los trailers han sido lo
Camera
que más me gusta de
operator. That
Phantom.
can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it?
Navia. Oh. Mi asegurado van para
Wait,
ella.
you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters
Están
weren't
los nombres
in
de
the
los
shots.
What?
And positions, everyone!
Nice to meet you.
I am Navia,
Santa
President,
Navia,
Leader,
Dios mío.
Commander-in-Chief, Executive Director, and
Ah,
Boss
¿quién
of
entiende
Sphena
la
Zero
referencia de
Sula.
los sombreros y los
Hey
lentes?
there!
Tercer mandoble que voy a usar. El
Yeah!
primero es Tito y el segundo es Cabe.
Ha! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Fire!
Wow. Su ultimate. Wow.
Alright,
Oh, Purina.
cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Oh, Arena's really kicking things into
No, tengo
gear,
que
the
estar
girl.
bien
Props and
porque no
lighting
me
set the
dieron a
scene.
Purina.
Actors can get their makeup done. Extras go over your
Oh,
position.
¿quién es ella? Fiori.
Cameramen, get the
¿Ella es
prop
Fiori?
forward. Actors to your position. Lights, camera, action. Enough, villain. Pay
¿Ayaka?
for the death of our mother.
What?
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think
Cerberus.
2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
Your crimes are evident.
Espero que Cerberus venga con Navia para al menos sacar una foto. Es lanza.
Drop your weapon.
Wow. Pyro por el efecto.
Justice will prevail.
Wow.
Not
¿Ayaka?
bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. We'll move on to the next scene.
Yoimiya? What?
You mean
Did you really think you'd get away?
Chevrolet?
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Yoimiya? What?
Excellent! That was beyond
Oh, wow.
mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine.
not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Rosas y Mosquetes. Wow. Espero que Chevrus venga con Nadia. Honestamente. Y Chiori se ve muy bonita, la verdad. Ay, sí, no tengo que estar bitter porque no me dieron a Furina. Ni modo, ya le sacaré en su ranita. Porque curiosamente, y esto es algo que le he comentado a mis amigos más cercanos, Furina es de los pocos personajes que realmente me dolió perderla porque realmente me había gustado su gameplay, o sea, su forma de juego. Desde Al Haitham no me divertía tanto jugando con un personaje. O sea, sí, Lini, Risley, Novelet, me gustan los tres. Es más, los uso. Pero Furina fue especialmente doloroso para mí porque sí le metí ganas en querer sacarla. Obviamente no le metí dinero al juego, ¿verdad? Pero bueno. Lo que me pasó con Furina se compensa mañana con algo que van a ver en el video de Argenti, solo eso diré.
Welcome back to the version 4.3 special program, everyone. I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and
Lumine.
today I'm joined by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia,
Navia.
president of the Spina di Rosula.
And I'm Erica Lindbeck, the voice of
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had you two on the special program.
So excited.
It's so great. Okay, so actually, we have a tradition on the program where we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Oh.
Huh?
¿Desde cuándo?
Nice try.
I've seen the special programs before.
You wanna sing a song? You can sing a
I
little
love
song
singing,
about
listen.
Genshin.
¿Será esto una referencia a Taylor Swift?
Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business. Okay, like we mentioned before, this program is sponsored by the Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters.
Por favor, que
As
Chevrus
you already
venga
saw in
con
the trailer,
Navia.
Navia and Chevrolet will be our new playable characters.
Yay! I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia.
Obvio.
After seeing her throughout Fontaine's Archon quest. But who is Chevrolet?
Who
Buena
indeed?
pregunta.
Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned Chevrolet before in their voice lines, but Chevrolet will finally be making an official appearance in version 4.3.
Okay.
I'm so excited!
So exciting!
Oh, by the way, what do you think of letting one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
A ver.
I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia would be an
Yeah.
obvious choice. After all, Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Y
Wait,
Navia es
Erica, that was
preciosa.
actually a really natural sounding product placement for Chioria Boutique. You're amazing at this.
I know it sounds like product placement, but Chiori really was the designer who created Navia's outfit. Next, let's have a look at her fashion show.
A ver.
Ooh, and by fashion show, we mean her character
A ver,
showcase.
¿qué trae Navia?
I
Esto me
always say that
interesa.
blind optimism isn't the answer.
Es
If you want a
hermosa.
bright future, you have to go out and seize it with your own two hands.
Me encanta Navia. Es que desde que la vi en la 4.0, yo dije,
This one's
wow.
got your name on it.
Desde que la vi en la ópera Epicles, o sea,
Flower Senda from the Spina with love.
y conforme ha ido pasando el tiempo me he ido enamorando más de Navia, o sea. En
I'm
especial
sorry, can
después
we
de lo
take a
de
moment to
Medusa
appreciate
Silver.
how perfectly Chiori customized Navia's clothes and accessories to reflect her personality? She clearly pays a lot of attention to the small details.
Erica, I love how seriously you're taking the sponsorship. It's really great.
It's important.
While we're on this topic, though,
Au.
Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting.
¿Ya?
On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun, but on the inside, there's actually a secret firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's elegant and fierce all at once, just like Navia herself.
Exactly. Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette, so she prefers to maintain appropriate distance while in combat.
While using her elemental
Me
skill,
encanta su
Navia
arma.
opens her gunbrella and fires multiple
Gunbrella.
Rosula shard shots that can pass through opponents, dealing geo damage upon a successful
Wow.
strike.
Ooh.
For a period of time after using her elemental skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal increased damage and become infused with
Geo
the power of Geo, which cannot be overridden.
Now, when Navi is
Okay.
in combat, there are these little markings around her that look like bullets. I
Ajá.
wonder if that's some sort of ammo for the gunbrella?
Oh yeah.
Gunbrella, me
Yes,
encanta
you
el nombre.
guessed it. When a character in the party obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallize reaction, Navia will gain crystal shrapnel charges. Navia will consume these charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill damage increases with the number of charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you're saying that Navia's elemental skill becomes
Se
more
juega
powerful if she
cristalizado.
works together with other characters in the party to
Eso
trigger
va a
the
estar muy
crystallized
bueno, la
reaction.
verdad.
Yes,
Con Kokomi.
exactly.
Okay, great.
O con la propia
Navia's
Furina.
elemental verse calls for
Wow.
the Rosula Dorata Salute, which
Me
unleashes a
encanta
massive
su...
bombardment on opponents in front of her, periodically dealing geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
Ooh,
Okay,
now
wow.
that salute is spectacular. That's awesome.
I heard that the Spina di Rosula likes to perform firearm salutes before important negotiations.
¿En
You know,
serio?
as a way to celebrate future success. And don't misunderstand, you guys, it's not an intimidation tactic at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the Spina's way of showing respect in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Not intimidating at all.
No.
As the president of the Spina di Rosula,
Oh.
Navia is always trying to collect the latest intel by exploring all
Vale, la
corners of
primera
Fontaine.
de Fontaine
When
que
Navia
tiene
is
ese
dispatched on a
talento.
20-hour expedition in Fontaine, rewards gained will be increased.
Okay, so we just mentioned that Navia is the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Ajá.
So I think we should bring up Spina's contributions to averting Fontaine's prophesized crisis. I mean, it was all thanks to Navia's leadership.
Exactly. Some people even lost their lives during that
Lucy
disaster.
Silver.
I'm certain that those events weighed heavily on Navia, but she remained tough and
Rosa
committed to leading the
Multiflora
Spina.
se llama.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Fontaine's crisis, though the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet Navia's gonna be occupied with
Me
that for a
gustaría que
long
pasara
time.
algo como lo
Oh,
que pasó
definitely.
con
That's something that travelers will be able to see for
The Gate
themselves.
Chamber
Navia's story
de
quest,
Ningua.
the Rosa Multiflora chapter, will become
Poder
available in
recuperar
version
la
4.3.
Poisson.
The Spina will be working diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress may be much more difficult to address. If you're
Definitivamente.
curious about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check it out.
Obvio que la voy a
I'm
hacer,
so
o sea, y espero que
excited.
sea igual de
Yeah,
I'm
excelente que
looking
las que he
forward to
jugado
seeing what
hasta ahorita.
happens. Okay, so now that we've introduced Navia, it's time for Chevres
Chévere.
to be in the spotlight.
Yes, fire.
Okay, I know that since she's a newcomer, you probably can't wait to learn more about her. So let's get right into it.
Okay. How should I introduce her? First off, Chevres is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. It's a Fontainian organization that handles all sorts of difficult cases and dangerous criminals.
Ooh.
She doesn't like to appear in public without good because so if you happen to run into her, it's likely that you're in some sort of trouble.
But as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, there's no need to worry. Chevres is actually really easy to get along with outside of work. Oh, Feastos are just the best snack. They're easy to carry
Wow.
with you and go with so many sauces.
Me encanta la voz de Chevrolet. O sea,
Final warning!
ella también usa proyectiles. Supongo yo que se va a llevar muy bien con Navia por la onda de cristalización.
What? That was so fire. And I am not just
Pensé que iba a
talking about
decir
her
hot,
skills.
no sé por qué.
Oh my gosh, look at her idle animation.
Me encanta, eso me
I
encanta.
love that she loves snacks.
Mhm.
That is so awesome.
She's a girl's girl, and she gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. She really does. She's not exactly what you'd expect from the captain of the special patrol, though, right?
I guess that's kind of true. I mean, Chevros's work as a captain can be really stressful. I mean, I can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She
Obviamente.
even adjusts her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits.
Wow.
In fact, she trains more than any other member of the Special Patrol. Her platoon really admires her for that.
Wow. Okay, she's got some willpower. That is awesome. She's really admirable.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Yeah. The Special Patrol used to have problems with insubordination, but ever since Chevros took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me. She commands respect among her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards.
Mhm.
She always tries to be an example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases or in marksmanship practice.
And it looks like a lot of her skills involve using a
Como
musket.
mosquete.
She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure. Chevros and her musket are basically partners in crime. They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevros uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill.
Ooh.
For a period of time after unleashing her
Wow.
elemental skill, Chevros will continuously restore HP to the active character on the field.
Oh, wow.
During
O sea
her
que es
elemental
healer.
burst,
Semi-healer.
Chevros fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into secondary explosive shells upon impact. Haha, impact.
Whoa. Wait, I noticed that Chevros has bullet-like markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevros obtains an overcharged ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded reaction.
O sea,
Holding
con
Chevros's
sobrecarga.
elemental skill will consume this special ammo to unleash an even more powerful pyro attack that covers a larger AoE.
Y es
This attack will
semi-healer.
also grant an attack buff to all pyro and electro characters in the party.
Okay, so that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Uh-huh. Chevros actually came up with the name herself.
Oh.
She was reading a novel where the protagonist believed that names held a lot of power. If you give something a cool-sounding name, then you've given yourself an advantage over your enemies. That kind of logic resonated with her, I guess.
Oh, well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what happens if Chevros is paired with all pyro and electro characters. If your party contains at least one character of either type, then triggering the overloaded reaction will cause an opponent's pyro and electro resistances to decrease.
Okay.
Okay, so it seems like Chevros could really shine
Yeah,
in Overload team
Sobrecarga.
But I also did notice that Chevros isn't solely limited to a musket.
Una
She also
lanza.
uses a polearm in combat. Okay, honestly, if I were a criminal, I feel like I'd be pretty nervous if she came after me.
Oh, for sure. Most people who have something to hide avoid her like their lives depend on it. And maybe it does. In all seriousness, though, that's why Chevros trains so hard. She has to be able to catch a wide variety of cunning criminals who try to evade her at all costs. So when Chevros is in your party, stamina consumption from sprinting is decreased.
Ok, eso es muy
Oh,
interesante.
I love that.
These two new characters are great. Both of them would be great leads in our commercial. I don't know, it's so hard to choose.
I know. And I will make this even harder for you.
Oh
¿Por
no.
qué?
We're about to take a look at what
ver,
event
a ver, a
wishes
ver, a
that
ver.
travelers can look forward
Esto
to
me
in version
interesa.
4.3.
Aunque ya dije que después de
The lead
Nadia,
role of our commercial is
me voy
about to get
queda
even bigger.
ahorrando full para full.
In the first half of version
Con
4.3,
Ayaka.
travelers can
Bien,
look
no me
forward to
interesa
event
Ayaka
wishes for
nomás.
Navia and Ayaka. A
Así
new
que voy por
5-star
Navia.
Claymore, Verdict, will
Me
also be
encanta
featured
su
in the weapon
Claymore.
event wish.
In the second half of version 4.3,
Raiden y
we'll
Geisha
have
ya las tengo
returning
antes.
event wishes from the Raiden Shogun and
Ni
Yoimiya.
modo, no voy a poder
During this
sacar
time,
este Every.
Chevros will also receive
Esperaba
a
que viniera
huge
con
drop rate
Nadia,
boost. Be
sinceramente.
sure to check them out if you're interested.
That's awesome. Travelers can also look forward to two new artifact sets in
Oh.
version 4.3. Songs of Days Past and Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. Be
Ok.
sure to keep an eye on future announcements to learn more about them.
Ya.
This seems like a
Supongo que el de
perfect
arriba es
time
para
for our
Nadia.
first break.
Y el de
We've
abajo
shared a
para
ton of
Everett.
information so far, and I bet travelers could use some time to digest it all.
You're
A ver.
right. For sure.
Definitely.
Let's take a break while we take a look at the second group of redemption codes.
Ok.
The version 4.3 special program is brought to you by Chioria Boutique and will return shortly.
La verdad, pensé que eran Melissa y Silver, pero no, eran de ser otros ayudantes los que estén con ella, obviamente. Ay, no me puedo creer, Genshin me hizo llorar con la muerte de Medusa y Silver. O sea, fueron los primeros NPC que verdaderamente me dolieron. TP y me. O sea, ese me dio igual cuando falleció. Pero bueno, qué bueno que no me interesa Yaka. Y a Raiden y a Yoimiya ya las tengo a ambas. Entonces voy a ir directamente por Navia y después me quedaré ahorrando full. Mis únicas excepciones serían Furina, que es mi top priority obviamente, eh, y Venti, que son los dos que más quiero. Me interesan Yelan, y Ayato también, pero igual a Ayato no lo he querido sacar ahorita porque quiero a Navia, y Yelan ya volverá más adelante.
Welcome back, everyone! So, we've thoroughly discussed our casting
Una
options for the
Claymore.
Chioria Boutique commercial. But the
Y,
content
y
of the
su
commercial is
material
also
de
important, right?
refinamiento será
Do you have
cinta
any ideas?
adhesiva.
If we're making a commercial for Chioria Boutique, then how about we include some event footage of Chiori?
Otro evento de fotografía.
Chiori
Uf,
is
de alguien que
actually
se va
going
a
to
arder si
appear
es
in
un
the
evento de
event for version
fotografía.
4.3.
Well, the travelers have been able to see her store in the court of Fontaine. They'll finally get to meet her in person.
¡Oh!
Yes, I know. Travelers
Ayaka
can
y
also look
Ayato.
forward to meeting Ayaka and Ayato in Fontaine. Chiori suggested that they should stop by,
Ojalá le
so
hubieran
here
dado
they
una
are.
esquina a Ayato.
Cool.
Hey, this is actually the perfect time for a word from our sponsor. An Inazuma-born fashion icon, Chiori! Chioria Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in Fontaine.
That is right. Chiori is acquainted with the Kamisato siblings because she's also from Inazuma.
Muy
She
bonita, la
actually
verdad.
introduced Ayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they make the trip to Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
So
Evento de
exciting!
fotografía.
Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Oh, the Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights. According to the
Agua
myths, they
pura.
went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
It's one of the most important festivals in Fontaine,
Oh.
like what the Windbloom Festival is to Mondstadt and Lantern Rite
Oh.
to Liyue.
Ah, so
Interesante.
Mhm.
The Fontaine Film Association proposed the Fontanalia Film Festival earlier this year, and during this time, the public may submit films for evaluation.
Ok.
The entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
Purina
Well,
Award.
we can
Wow.
see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the Farina Award? Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Well,
Al
I'm
menos me
sorry,
encanta
but
volver a
I'm
ver
gonna
a
have to
Purina
leave you in suspense.
en los
If
eventos.
travelers are curious about what Ayaka and the others are doing in Fontaine, or how Farina fared,
Yeah.
you'll just have to play the event when the new version becomes available.
So, we know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the Fontanalia Film Festival.
Uh-huh.
But travelers have so much more to be excited about. Travelers will also have the opportunity to participate in a variety of activity booths during the festival. Each one will have a different theme.
Ooh.
So cool. The first activity booth is the 1,000 Pace Interdiction Arc Minute Sharpshooting Zone. In this activity, travelers will use the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol simulation device to practice
Wow!
targeting and
Sniper!
shooting opponents.
Yep,
Ooh.
the Special Patrol wanted the public to experience how fun
Wow.
target practice can be.
And the
Ok,
second
eso se ve
activity booth is
interesante, la
called
verdad.
Trick Shots, Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the studio's special lighting effects to film a fight scene.
Wow.
Take
Ok,
advantage
eso
of the
está
buffs
muy
brought
interesante,
about
me
by the
gusta.
special lighting effects to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher score.
Oh, Navia.
So cool. Those special lighting effects are really giving off old movie vibes.
Bleh.
Nadia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for sure. But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler
Oh.
chases after those stabilization mecha balls. Okay, I
Tienen
bet
cara
that contract
de
employee
las
can
focas
relate since she's
abotargadas.
being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha balls seem pretty ordinary, but they're actually very agile. They'll
Es
automatically avoid all
competitivo.
testers by moving in the opposite direction of your movement. You can find jump boosters around the testing grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit. The more mecha balls that end up in your area, the more points you'll earn.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In this activity, travelers will get to shoot their own scenes by
Menos
experimenting
mal
with
desde
different camera
fotografía, si no
positions
ya
and
hubiera
narration
visto a alguien
techniques.
ardido por ahí.
Cool! We get to make a movie!
Oh,
Yeah.
interesante.
Travelers might remember helping out Xavier with some filmmaking back in Inazuma, but this seems more professional. Wait, maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Oh.
Me
Now
encanta
that I think
Navia.
about it, a Fontanian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can be a source of artistic inspiration. That must have also been true in Chiori's case, since she opened Chioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only Inazumans traveling abroad in version
Jamie,
4.3. Kuki
ya la
Shinobu
vimos.
just arrived in the
Oh,
UF for her class
Shinobu.
reunion.
Yeah, and Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the Arataki gang.
Yeah,
And
Ito.
he brought his Onikabuto with him. I think he plans to train his beetles for battle.
Wow.
Yeah, Ito.
The Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. That name is definitely very Ito.
Right, for sure. And there was also a beetle battle event in version 3.4,
Yeah.
right? Ito battles against a super powerful beetle battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster
Hanakado, yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Me acuerdo de
Grandmaster
eso.
Hanakato made an impressive showing during the last beetle battle event. This time, he's made the trip to Liyue
Pues
with
esto va a
Ito.
ser en Liyue.
Seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new beetle battle master.
Okay.
What? Who is it? Tell us.
Tell us, tell us, tell
I'm
us.
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their identity during the event.
Ah.
Aside from meeting this mysterious new beetle battle master,
Lan.
travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the movement and charge mechanics remain unchanged from the original
Parry.
event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use guard to defend against electro bullet and jet stream attacks. Make use of the movement, charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw
Okay.
at you. Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the strong.
Ooh, trial of
Todo
the
el
strong.
tiempo.
Travelers can look forward to encountering
Los
an old
riches.
friend in the Fontanian
Oh.
countryside. That's right, Ulman came to
estilo
Fontaine and he
brillante.
brought his treasure map and treasure-seeking Sealy along with him.
Creo que solo tengo el dorado.
Yay!
Oh,
Our mini Sealy friend is back!
So cute. Travelers can help restore the Sealy's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ulman's treasure map. In return, the Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient iron coins during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Sealy in your preferred color.
Ooh.
okay.
Okay, so in the event preview, it looked like some of the treasure is located underwater, but when I first arrived in Fontaine, I discovered that Sealy couldn't follow me underwater.
Mm.
Is this treasure-seeking Sealy different?
That is very observant of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Sealy named Brilliance will be
Creo
available.
que es obvio
This
por
new
cuál
mini
voy a ir.
Sealy can travel underwater.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Treasure isn't the only thing that you'll discover in
Yes, of course,
Fontaine's
it will.
countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches for the meaning of battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in combat challenges.
Okay.
Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds. Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts. One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but
Okay.
no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. After you complete a blade dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
Oh.
And another old friend is returning in version 4.3.
Liven.
That's right. It's Leben. Yay!
Supongo que no puede estar hablando de
And if
Natlan
Leben
ahora.
is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for Primo Gems again.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting! Okay, so it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3. Several familiar faces will be joining the Genius Invocation
Oh.
TCG. After this
Señora
update,
esta
travelers
de
will have the
Vale,
opportunity to challenge
Live Me
characters
Like
around Fontaine.
Ooh.
A new
Ooh.
Fontaine-themed table customization will also be available.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm so excited to see players challenge the Melazine.
I know, so exciting.
Mhm.
Travelers can look forward to the addition of several new
Wow.
cards, including 6 new character cards, plus 5 new monster cards,
de
such as
Vale,
Dvalin, Signora,
Ejdaha,
and
and
Ejdaha,
Señor.
will be obtainable from the corresponding tavern challenges.
Okay.
But that's not all. The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and there will be an update to the heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well. The Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational
Oh,
will officially
okay.
begin in January 2024.
What?
Mhm.
Okay.
Travelers can look forward to some friendly competition between 16 of the top TCG players all across Asia.
Wow.
I heard they're some of the best in the region. So cool. Be sure to follow the Astro Carnival X or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic showdown.
Oh my gosh, this
Okay.
is all so exciting!
Mhm.
Well, hang on to that feeling, because we're taking a short break to look at the
Vale.
next group of redemption codes. We'll be back to sharing more exciting information about version 4.3 in just a moment.
Yay!
La verdad es que quitando el hecho de que no va a haber historia, porque obviamente no va a haber historia, ya la historia ya terminó prácticamente. Me gusta volver a ver a Furin en los eventos, que nos hayan presentado aunque sea de esta manera Chiori, supongo que va a ser un personaje jugable en su momento, no lo sé. La inclusión de Ayaka, Ayato, o sea, ya quiero ver qué más trae, aparte se ve que va a traer varios eventos interesantes esta versión, lo del event, o sea, que nos va a estar hablando de Natlan, supongo, la siguiente nación. Y esto va a estar muy interesante, honestamente. Este, y pues sí, yo como ya dije, o sea, después de Navia, me quedaré ahorrando para Furina. Tal vez Venti, si regresan a Yato y Shenha, no, hombre, y Yelan en el futuro.
Welcome back,
A
travelers!
ver,
We've introduced a lot of content, and we've gotten a ton of inspiration for our commercial. Honestly, our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal
Oh,
the new idea,
okay.
let's dive into the system optimizations
Veamos.
that the project team has prepared for version 4.3.
Okay.
Veamos.
First, we have some artifact-related optimizations to introduce. With an ever-increasing amount of artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way to filter and locate desired artifacts. After the version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character to see what artifact sets active players have been choosing for that character
Ok,
recently.
That's cool.
eso es muy
In
bueno y
addition,
muy
an
interesante.
automatic locking function has been added. Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches. With the
Me
automatic
gustaría
locking
que
function,
pusieran
newly acquired
prácticamente lo mismo
artifacts
que han
that fit your
puesto
locking
en
criteria
Stardate,
will automatically be locked
de
when added to your inventory.
poner el
Oh, that's
equipamiento
awesome.
Travelers
recomendado.
can have up to 2
Pero
preset
bueno,
auto-lock plans for each artifact set.
Hmm.
eso está
Travelers
muy
can
bien
choose their
también.
own or follow the recommended settings summarized for active player data. Since it may take some
Ok.
time to collect the necessary statistics, new artifact sets will not feature recommended locking settings immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
Ok.
Of course, if you can lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers can look forward to
Interesante.
both of those features in the new update. That's not all though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes. Plus, the artifact enhancement screen will allow travelers to add a greater amount of enhancement materials at once. An
Ok.
enhancement limit feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level.
Eso
Be
está
on the
muy bien.
lookout for future announcements to learn more.
The project team is always working hard to address your survey feedback.
A
So, travelers should look forward to further artifact-related optimizations in future version updates. Improvements to equipping artifacts and other artifact-related optimizations are all in the works.
Ooh.
Oh.
In addition, the project team has made adjustments to provide smoother ascension and enhancement experiences for travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's
Okay, eso es muy
awesome. As a
bueno.
new player using a few 1 and 2 star materials to level artifacts, the whole process might feel a bit slow, especially with pop-up windows appearing.
Totally. This new optimization significantly reduces the amount of pop-up windows that we have to click through. So
Eso es
travelers
muy
can look
bueno.
forward to a
Ok,
much smoother
interesante.
enhancement and leveling process. The next
Ay,
optimization
lo
has made it
siento.
easier to repeat domain challenges. Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain.
Okay.
This meant they would have to run all the way to the center to start the challenge. But after this update, travelers who choose to continue in a domain challenge will load right next to the area where you actually start fighting,
Okay.
which is
Qué
amazing.
genial. Eso me
So happy
gusta.
farming, everyone!
Ooh, this should make it way easier for players to farm artifacts for Navia.
Yeah,
True.
definitely. In addition, version 4.3 has made it easier to clear your quest backlog. Archon Quest Chapter 2 Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the chasm.
Ajá.
In the past, travelers had to complete the world quests, Chasm Spelunkers, and the Heavenly Stones debris before being able to proceed to the Archon Quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Oh.
It will take them to the corresponding area and automatically trigger the next steps of the Archon Quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Está muy
This
bien.
will hopefully make it easier for travelers to quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool. So that'll make it significantly easier for new or lapsed players to access the Archon quest and claim
Yeah.
those sweet, sweet intertwined fates as fast as possible.
Yes, definitely.
For sure.
Also, one-click expeditions will be available starting in version 4.3. This will allow travelers to claim expedition rewards and repeat expeditions with a single click. Travelers will
Okay.
also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna make it easier to collect rewards from Catherine.
Definitely.
Mhm.
There's also a ton of other quality of life improvements in this update. For example,
La verdad es que esta,
optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition, when performing mystic offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in batches. There's a lot to look forward to, so be sure to check future announcements for more information.
okay, me
Okay,
gusta mucho
moving
todo
on from
lo que han hecho.
optimizations, a new Fontaine-style realm layout will be added to the Serenity Pot. Simply purchase the corresponding items from Tubby to unlock it.
Oh,
Ah.
it looks like an aquarium.
Wow.
I know, right?
Qué bonito.
Travelers can use ocean currents to travel between the islands in this layout. Some islands even have ponds that travelers can use to keep fish.
It looks like
Oh.
a cool underwater
Está
kingdom.
muy
It's
bonito,
just
la
so
verdad.
pretty.
I
Yeah.
know. And they'll be even prettier once travelers have the chance to make them their own. I'm so excited to see what everyone's going to come up with.
Yeah.
Especially my friend's teapots.
Ah, you just want to copy their designs, don't you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I knew it.
I have another piece of super exciting news to share with everyone.
A ver.
Okay, I know, right? The annual Genshin Impact online concert, Melodies of an Endless Journey, is coming soon.
Okay. 22 de diciembre.
I heard this
Interesante.
year's concert is going to celebrate Genshin's classic melodies in an entirely new way. Let's take a sneak peek at some of the amazing moments that this concert has in store.
A ver. Qué bonito. Wow. Slime, un gato, un oso. Okay. Wow, me encantó la animación. Eso va a estar bueno, la verdad, este concierto.
The 2023 Genshin concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon, so
Ok.
stay tuned, travelers.
Whoa, so we have 2 online concerts to look forward to?
Yep. Further details will be announced across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts,
Ok.
so be on the lookout for more information. At the end of version 4.3, travelers can also look forward to the release of the 4th Genshin Impact character OST album, Stellar Moments Volume 4. The album will feature 26 character songs created by the Hoyo Mix team.
Wait, we're finally getting Alhaitham and Wanderer's OSTs!
Ok.
And Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already
La
been getting a
canción
ton of love.
de
Oh,
Furina es
that's awesome.
preciosa. Esto va a estar bueno.
Okay, well, that's all the new information we have to share about the update. So, I guess that means it's time for the version 4.3 special program to come to a close. Aw.
But we haven't even come up with a plan for our Chiorio Boutique commercial.
Actually, we've already finished shooting it.
You're
What?
right. The special program was a pretty good commercial. I'm certainly not going to forget the name Chioria Boutique after this.
Totally. Oh my gosh, we really did cover a lot of important information today.
For sure. The most important part is our final word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm so excited to be a part of Genshin Impact, and I cannot wait for all of you to meet Shavras.
Yeah.
Totally. I feel exactly the same. Can't wait to see more Navia in her fighting action.
Definitivamente.
And also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes.
They are so cute.
So
Oh my goodness.
cute. And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little
Mhm.
movie.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I am just so glad that the three of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been so
Oh,
much
me
fun.
too. Really fun,
And
yeah.
that's all we have for the version 4.3 special program.
Okay.
I hope that everyone's looking forward to experiencing all this exciting new content for themselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes live.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right,
Bye,
bye guys.
guys.
See
Bye.
you later.
Bye.
Oh. Ok. No esperaba esto, honestamente. Pero bueno, creo que después de esto sí ya no hay nada. Faltan 5 segundos para que termine. Wow. La verdad se ve muy interesante esta versión que viene. Y pues sí, como digo, voy a estar el asegurado en Navia. O sea, ya cuando ella salga, la sacaré. Y pues nada, gente, nos quedamos por acá. Espero seguirme recuperando y poder pronto volver a los gameplays diarios. Más que todo, extraño Dragon Quest y Inescapable y los demás juegos que estaba subiendo. Pero bueno, espero poder recuperarlos pronto, recuperarme pronto principalmente. Y pues gracias por ver este video conmigo. Lo siento si ha estado un poco así, pero es que, como digo, aún me estoy recuperando y pues ya nos veremos en un próximo video muy pronto. Adiós. Mañana el de Argenti, que eso sí fue una locura. Adiós.